Well, we go back to Virginia, and yes, kids, stupid people can vote.
Come on, man.
Part 2.
We suck again!
Last we saw that wonderful, lovely governor of Virginia.
Asshole.
She was jumping up and down, waving pom-poms like she hit the lottery.
What the fuck?
Right after the referendum to redistrict the state from a 6-5 Democratic advantage
What?
to a massive 10-1
What?
Democratic advantage.
Well, are you retarded?
I'm Jazz Berganza on this. A circuit judge stepped in and said,
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I don't think so. And it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganza, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Thursday. Well, a lot of things going on in Virginia. You know, if you haven't heard, that lovely governor, what's her name? Spamburger or Hamburger or whatever the hell her name is. Well, after declaring that she was a moderate Democrat during the election, once she got elected, all hell broke loose because she was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to tax the out of all of you, every single one of you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. And then on top of it, you know what? I'm going to go after your guns. Of course, Virginians, who are, known historically as holding on to their Second Amendment, said, no, I don't think so. And they loaded up and they bought firearms like it was going out of style. And then, of course, we just heard that the police, the state police of the state of Virginia said, yeah, we're going to adhere to the Second Amendment. We're not coming for your guns, even though you got Democrats who want people to go door to door, knocking on every one, and taking your guns. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the referendum. Yes, the referendum to redistrict the state into Democrats' advantage from a 6-5 to a massive 10-1. But here's the twist. Circuit judge stepped in and says, nah, I don't think so. And here we go. This coming from Breitbart. Judge blocks Virginia from certifying results of redistricting referendum. A Virginia judge issued a ruling blocking Virginia from moving forward with certifying the results of a special election regarding the redistricting referendum that could possibly allow Democrats to gain 4 additional congressional seats. In the ruling from a Tazewell Circuit Court Judge, Jack Hurley, issued on Wednesday, the judge explained, quote, the process underlying the referendum broke several state laws and that certifying the vote would harm Republican lawmakers in that state. Facts, and more facts, according to local news. The Tazewell court ruling does the following. Tyler Englander, a Virginia State Capitol reporter for the local news, posted, declared that any and all votes against the proposed constitutional amendment on April 21st, 2026 special election are ineffective, null, and void until it goes through the courts. Enjoins defendants and their successors from certifying the results of the April 21st special election, Englander added. The Tazewell court ruling does the following. Declares any and all votes to be null and void of the 21-26 special election regarding the referendum. The ruling of the court comes after the redistricting referendum passed with 1,575,331 votes, representing 51.5% of the tally, while 1,486,239 votes were cast against it, representing 48.5%. Yes, that's very, very close. As a result of referendum passing, Virginia's congressional delegation will go from a closely divided 6-5 split, and that usually happens when a Democrat or Republican governor comes into play. It always goes one up in their advantage, to a heavily Democratic-leaning 10-1, the Virginia Mercury reported. In a post on X, Virginia Attorney General Jay Jones, and I've got something for him, says his office would immediately file an appeal and added that an activist judge. Oh, now they're activist judges, but again, I'll leave that for my thoughts. Should have no veto power over the people's vote. My office would immediately file an appeal in the Court of Appeals. As I said last night, Virginia voters have spoken, and an activist judge should not have the veto power to overrule the people's vote. Of course, you can see it there. My office will file an appeal, and no one gives a flying. Attorney General Jay Jones. This is the same Jay Jones who would rather have Republicans killed and their kids injured. Yes. Or was it the other way around? Was it that he wanted the kids ended and their fathers and their parents hurt? Well, anyway, it was bad, it was stupid, it was dumb, it was idiotic, and And yet, for some unknown reason, he got elected as Attorney General. Gee, I wonder why that happens. Anyway, his knucklehead comment. Activist judges will not overrule the people's right to vote. The voters have spoken. How many activist judges have we seen allow illegals to go free? Allow murderers to basically just walk out? Giving those women who gotten raped and murdered, yeah, we're going to give you 5 years. We're going to turn a blind eye, illegals and what have you. And I guarantee you, if this was a situation in Virginia, that Jay Jones would do the same exact thing. Turn a blind eye. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I speak nothing as illegals run rampant through their state. Of course, Virginia is very well known for their huge Muslim population, so Allah Akbar. But with the governor, Spanberger, she was running around. She was running around. She was waving her pom-pom. She was celebrating. She was all happy and giddy, like a little schoolgirl, after she told the Virginia voters that I'm going to be a moderate, and then fucked them over royally. I mean, bent them over, forced them to grab their ankles and say, yeah, you're going to take it hard without KY. Just like in New York, just like in Jersey, when you allow Democrats to run the joint, to run the asylum, the nuts run the asylum. This is what happens. So Mondami's running New York right into the ground. New Jersey's getting run right into the ground. Virginia's getting run right into the fucking ground. And of course, like I mentioned in the opener, they're coming. They were coming after your guns. I mean, guaranteed, they're still coming after your guns. Mandatory, voluntary buybacks. Because it's all voluntary. No. But of course, the state police have stepped up and said, yeah, we're not going to enforce anything because, yeah, it's called the Second Amendment. It's called the Constitution. And we don't give a fuck. So there's that. So now you got to battle on that stage. But we're going to see where this goes. We're going to see, more than likely, they're going to appeal it. It's going to go over this, circuit judge court's head. And it's eventually going to make its way to this Virginia State Supreme Court. So right now, it's still at a 6-5 advantage. If it got to 10-1, like I said in the story, 4 additional congressional House seats, and literally a one-party rule state for everyone. So Republicans, you thought that you living in a red section was going to help you. No, because your vote means nothing. Republicans' votes mean absolute shit if this takes place. So there's that. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.